you came on the podcast, you talked about things forever ago, and you were like, yo, this is going to be like the real deal. And everything seems to be coming to fruition. So give us kind of your viewpoint from where you are from the beginning up until now.
You know what's funny is during the stream, like in the end, because obviously you didn't want to watch all the FAQ stuff, but we were like, where did you guys hear about us? And some people were like, yo, from the Shot to the Moon podcast with Schiller. So it's kind of crazy that now you're covering it. It seems like a year later.
Yo, hell yeah. Well, I mean, I think that's something that the space has a hard time griping. And I would almost encourage you to have conversations with some of the other people on your team about like presenting that. Because I think from the outside point of view, there's a lot of people that don't realize how much time it takes from, bringing on the right team members to the infrastructure to figuring out what you want to do, as well as some of the different pivots within that. But I mean, again, from your vantage point, like how many things do you feel that you guys have had to overcome, or has it really been smooth sailing?
It's been difficult growing a community without launching your actual product. Like, yeah, we did the Cryptoys Classics and that, that's great. We honestly really just had to do that because people were waiting. We needed to give them something, but it's hard, like when everyone's like, oh, when launch? And we're like, we're literally just building the platform. And there's a lot of stuff that, as you can see, that we're working on. Almost everything in the roadmap is in development, but things take years. Like phase 4, like that's going to take a while, to get all that stuff done. It takes a solid team. We have 50 team members, which is crazy.
Jeez.
But we've raised 30 million. We've just been working. So yeah, it's been, a lot of people don't know, I guess, that we've been around for a while. It's just, what are we going to do? What are we going to say? Like we don't have a product yet. So we've just been building. And then, we throw these big events to kind of give a sneak peek, but yeah, it's a lot. It's crazy.
I love it. So of the things that we went through on that video, the presentation, is there anything that you think is the most important part as people that are going to want to be a part of that? Is it the fact that, hey, the golden tickets are really going to be something because there is so many different IPs coming, or, hey, like this gaming thing, there are a lot of different games. They're going to be really fun. Like for you, it could be, personally point of view, what do you think is kind of the biggest component of that presentation?
Most of that information, most people didn't know the majority of it.
Right.
Unless if you're a classic holder, you actually knew a lot of it because every month we throw a party for classic holders and we share this stuff. But like the public, they had no idea. So it was like, wait, what? All this stuff's happening. I think, the biggest component, I think like in the beginning, it's going to be honestly hard. Even though we have 30,000 supply, they're going to be broken up into small drops. And I feel like it's going to be really hard to get the Genesis line. The Masters of the Universe line will have more quantity. We haven't released that number yet, but right. I think it'll be easier to get those. But I think the Genesis might be a little hard to get, especially if you're in the closed beta drops. They are going to be small because we got to test the system first. Like, remember those stress tests Top Shot used to do? And there was like 1 minute and they were gone and you're like, no. And like you kept missing them and you're just like, oh, like, I don't know. I don't know how it's going to be, but I kind of have a feeling that it's going to be like high demand for the small drops that we're doing, at least in the beginning.
The idea of the company is Cryptoys. And the first drop with like the Cryptoys Classic and everything is, we'll call it like straight up like the Cryptoys, right? But now you're going into the Masters of the Universe and some of these other things. Should we be viewing this as the Cryptoys original one is kind of like this massive holy grail that everything is going to run through? Or is it kind of, hey, here's just the first launch of an IP or a product, but realistically it's going to kind of, I guess, be like a linear line of everything else coming out?
Oh, I think it's going to be special because the first Genesis line is our original IP. And then we have, even after the Masters of the Universe partnership, once we go through all of those characters, which it's quite a lot, I I'm not sure what's going to come next, whether it's another one of our original IPs or another partnership, potentially.
That'd be cool. Okay, gotcha.
So yeah, like, I don't know if it is another partnership, it's like, how long will it be until we actually have our own original IP again? So I think that will be something that's special with this first IP. That's ours.
We joke about merch and that kind of stuff with the plain black T-shirts and hoodies. Is merch in the pipeline?
Yeah, but we do not want to do the stereotypical.
Okay.
Yeah,
not that it's bad. I'm just saying. I'm just curious.
No, it's not bad. But the team is so like honestly, I feel like if you haven't picked it up by now, the team is such perfectionists that nothing will go out without looking at it 100 times over and tweaking it to like make it the best. So there's no way that we would ever come out with just like a plain black hoodie. It would be, yeah, it would definitely. I think the backpack actually is something that we want to do for physical, but I don't know. There's so much to focus on that it's kind of hard. Of like, we have to prioritize what's important. Merch is not priority. I can definitely say that.
No, that's cool. That's cool. The styles of things and the way that it's done. So you got three breeds that are happening, and then there's 10,000 of each of them. From your personal viewpoint, not the team, do you think that 3 is too little of a differential?
Ooh, that's a good question. I think that's interesting. I think like for a lot of NFT projects, we're often used to a lot of one-of-ones. So it's kind of like we are always thinking about, oh, there's so many different options. I think for us, we don't really say NFT that much if you look on our website. In fact, I don't think we say it at all.
Good call.
Yeah,
good
so
call.
we're more, NFT is like the underlying thing, but we're calling ourselves like digital collectible toys. So it's like with toy lines, you typically have a lot of different ones. So like, I want to have the same one that you have, Schiller. We both want the Grail, like, and then we can both have one together. Versus like, oh, Schiller, you can never have mine because mine's a one-of-one. So I feel like with the 3 characters, if you click on the collect page, I don't know if you've seen that, but all the different skins, I think that's what differentiates them. The breeds, it becomes hard because the art team, like, you know, you have to create all the skins. I think creating more breeds would have just been so much more work, and we probably would not have launched, like, launch would be like next year if we did that. So I feel like there's a lot of factors that play into why we only pick 3.
No, I'm pretty sure it's already mentioned, but just for clarity, if you buy one of these toys, you are able to also play as that character within the different games?
Yeah,
Cool.
exactly.
Cool. I think it's interesting seeing that. Like, I mean, I don't know if you've been following like House of Kiba much, but they're like Gen X, like that second collection they did. They just put out a video showing, hey, like we've been working on the 3D models you're going to be able to use within like your metaverses or whatever for that. Yo, Pitch, maybe how much are the so Cryptoys Classics? What's because that's the only thing you're able to buy right now, correct?
Yeah. Ooh, the floor pumped like.
Yeah, okay, listen. Okay,
no, yo, there was like 28 sales yesterday,
Holy
and I swear it went from like 0.12. It looks like it's 0.34 right now. It went from like 0.18.
OpenSea hasn't. Oh, never mind. I'm looking at best offer. Never mind. 0.35. Okay. Holy sheesh.
Yeah, people are buying them, and you know why? It's because there's such a small amount. Look, 2% listed. It's because a lot of these people got them airdropped, and they've been hanging on to them for a year. They're not just gonna let them go. So it is a little bit hard to get these.
So actually, that's a great question or segue. Is there going to be anything more for Cryptoys Classic, or do you think that like the benefits of them are going to kind of like cease to exist at some point, and then they just become, hey, here's like the classic originals?
Basically, we want to push them all onto our platform so that we can reward from there. Like we had talked about doing airdrops if you have classics, but we thought long and hard about it, and we're like, we don't want to do airdrops on Polygon. So basically, we're building a bridge so you can actually essentially burn it off of the Polygon chain and move it onto Flow so it can be inside of our Cryptoys platform.
Spicy.
Then we can reward you. So like, honestly, a lot of the rewards are going to come after you bridge it over, and this will be a deflationary collection. So I guess the people that want to play that game of like, ooh, I want to be some of the last people to have mine in the Polygon collection, then maybe play that game. But most people are going to bridge because there's way more benefits if you actually bridge it.
So don't want to keep you for too much longer, but give me the insights on the team, dev team, marketing, whatever. Who's got the alpha? What do you think of everyone that you've been working with?
Oh my God, I feel our CMO Sherry laughs at me when I say this, but I seriously feel like I have a corporate job. Like I'm in meetings every single day. It's like it's more than a 9 to 5 because I'm working way more. But there's different departments. We communicate across departments, but for the most part, I stick with the social, community, and marketing teams. But it's a huge, massive team, and the majority is art and engineering. Those are the majority of it. And then we have gaming, we have AI, we have so many team members. I haven't even met. There's a lot of team members I don't even know that I haven't even met yet. It's kind of crazy.
Well. I mean, and so the talk about the bridge and all that kind of stuff, your dev team must be pretty damn good then.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. I actually think that this is the first time anyone's ever built that of like an actual bridge from. And we talked about.
Yeah, I was about to say it's. I haven't heard of it.
Yeah, we talked about. If you're a classic holder, we talked about this like months and months and months ago. So we've been working on it. Like, it's definitely not an easy thing to do, that's for sure.
Yeah, okay. Well, listen, guys, if you enjoy Steph, and you're probably already following her, there's her Twitter down in the chat. Steph, I appreciate you jumping on, giving us a little bit more of a background, but I'm imagining we're going to be chatting again at some point.
Hell yeah. Thank you so much, Schiller. I'm going to send this to the team, too. They're going to watch this, so...
Yeah, okay, cool. Sounds good. All right, I appreciate you.
All right.
Peace. Yeah, there we go. Jeez. We might get into it.